Hello. Hello. Oh, yeah. I gotta finish getting set up. I've only seen bits and pieces. Give me a second, guys. Okay, guys. Welcome to live today. I was a little bit late because I was working on something. I apologize for that. It is today's topic. Hey, Sheldon. Hey, Ross. Hey, carry me through. Today's topic is a habitat focus, and we're talking about the Red Sea. Can you guys see me okay? I feel like you can't. That's probably about as good as you're gonna get. Anyway, the Red Sea, while it is an ecosystem, um, there are also ecosystems within that ecosystem. So it's a pretty amazing place. Oh no. 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 But we'll talk a little bit about that. Um a little bit about that. That is not good, Sheldon. I am really sorry to hear that. Now, this is an interesting place. The Red Sea has a coastline of around 1,400 miles. No, the Red Sea is actually off of the coast of Egypt. If you've seen the Ten Commandments around Easter time, the Red Sea is the sea that Moses parts to get into Israel, supposedly. Well, not supposedly, but yeah, it's where they crossed over to reach Israel or to the Arabian Peninsula. It is a coastline of around 1,400 miles or 2,253 kilometers. It does have a higher salt content. The Sargasso Sea is in the Atlantic. At its widest, it is only 220 miles or 354 kilometers. At its narrowest, the sea is 16 to 18 miles or 26 to 29 kilometers. Its average depth is around 1,600 or 488 meters, but in some places it may be as deep as 8,000 feet. Many small parts of it are less than 200 feet deep. The Red Sea is located between Africa and Arabia. There are no rivers that empty into the Red Sea. I will have to look that up, Sheldon. There are no rivers that empty into the Red Sea, and due to continued spreading between the between the two plates that make up Arabia and Africa, there are hydrothermal vents. It is also the northernmost tropical sea, not seal, sea. It sounds really complicated. And I'm not finding a real issue, a real flat out thing. So the Red Sea possibly gets its name from a cyanobacteria, which can turn the water reddish. But if you look at pictures, it's a very beautiful blue color. Now, the Red Sea is also unique, in that, well, we'll get to that a little bit later. 14% of all species in the Red Sea are found nowhere else. It is home to 346 hard corals. Let's see, maybe a better way to answer that, Carrie. So, in order to be a sea, seas are usually smaller. It is partially and fully enclosed by land and are typically found at the edges of the ocean. So if you look at where the Red Sea is, it is sandwiched between Egypt and the Arabian Peninsula, as well as a bunch of other countries. It is on the edge of the Indian Ocean, so that is why it is a sea. It is home. Yes, it is. Arabia is Asia. I mean, we call it the Middle East, but hold on. Actually, so the Middle East is actually an intercontinental area centered on Egypt, Turkey, and Western Asia. It is on 3 continents, with Asia being the primary continent. Now, the question is, what continent Okay, so the The Arabian Peninsula is the westernmost part of Asia, which has historically connected the trade routes of Asia, Africa, and Europe. It is hot, and we knew that. So, let's see if this says anything different. The Arabian Peninsula is also known as part of the Middle East, but is technically located in Southwest Asia. So, yeah. Anyway, the Red Sea is home to 346 hard corals, 1,700 species of fish, and more than 1,000 species of invertebrates. Now, it is known to have a good amount of salt in it. One website has it listed as the 13th saltiest bodies of water on the earth. It is also one of the warmest bodies of water, with surface temperatures averaging 72 degrees or 22 degrees Celsius. And it can get way warmer than that. The Red Sea is known for its coral reefs. The reefs that they have are not barrier reefs like we see in Australia or off of Australia. They are fringe reefs. So if you go and you watch believe it's a video that I did on coral reefs, I'll talk about fringe reefs in that video. In fact, let me go ahead and post that link to that video that you can watch after this live. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yes, there are. There are sharks. I don't know all the species, but I know that there are at least hammerheads. Are the sharks unique to the Red Sea? Some of the fish are. I don't know if the sharks are unique to the Red Sea. That's wrong. Oh, don't you hate it when you have... Oh, the corals. I will look that up. Give me a second. I will find out. Oh, darn it. Why? Why? Oh, hold on, guys. I really have to pay more attention to what I'm doing. I was like, why didn't that work? There it goes. Okay. Are there corals that are only found? Um, so not saying that there aren't corals that are just in the Red Sea, but it also isn't saying that they are only in the Red Sea. So, amongst the red corals, or amongst the corals, there are also mangrove swamps or mangrove forest. The Red Sea is actually surrounded by desert. It is also home to olive ridley sea turtles, green sea turtles, loggerhead sea turtles, leatherback sea turtles, and hawksbill sea turtles. I believe I saw somewhere. So, the Red Sea, at the bottom of the Red Sea, it is around 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And some of that is due to the trench along the ocean floor formed by tectonic plates. So you have so basically what's going on in the Red Sea is you have the Arabian Peninsula or the Arabian Plate. I'm sorry, no. The Nubian Plate, which is part of the African Plate, and the Arabian Plate, and they're spreading. No. And as they spread, the rift in the Red Sea will get bigger until eventually, perhaps you won't need to have a Suez Canal. Who knows? So we don't know the exact location where the crossing took place. There are several locations where that might have taken place. So the first part would have been at a spot is the northern route, and this would have taken them Lake Serbonus, then along the Mediterranean coast of Sinai. Now, they probably would not have taken that route because it was heavily fortified by the Egyptians. The central Sinai route was directly east of the end of Wadi Termalit, across the center of the Sinai Peninsula. Problem is, there aren't enough wells in that area to sustain people and animals. The problem with this is that scripture shows the confrontation between Pharaoh and Moses at the Red Sea before the trek across the Sinai Peninsula, not after it. The southern Sinai route, and this is the traditional one, they cross at the Red Sea at Lake Timshah, or the Bitter Lakes, and then down Sinai's west coast, through the mountains and wadis, and up to southern Mount Sinai. Hard to know. But the Red Sea is an interesting place. One that I certainly don't understand. So that there's a lot of animal life in the Red Sea. If you can, find a documentary, spend some time getting to know the Red Sea, because it really is a really, really cool place. lots of wildlife. Tonight at 7 p.m., we are going to be doing the Dead Sea. Uh, I hope that it doesn't become, because it is in Israel. I'm hoping we don't get mumbo jumbo. Paul, I'm not going to get into any politics. It's just going to be, this is what it is, like we did today. Yeah, I don't know. But it should be interesting. What causes the Bermuda Triangle? If I knew that, I would be rich. It could be a magnetic anomaly. It could just be really, really bad luck. Some type of anomaly would be my guess. Time-space anomaly. Yeah, there's a lot that come and go in that sea. And it makes sense that you would find warm water animals in that sea. They can, because it connects to, well, if you look at a map, of the Red Sea, it opens into the Indian Ocean. So fish can come and go out of it. It's not encased by land. Yeah. Now, I'm not showing you the entire Red Sea, first off. So this dark blue is the Indian Ocean. And I don't know if you can see that. but there's a very narrow opening, and it extends. This is Sudan, I think, maybe Ethiopia, and they can basically, this is Egypt in here. This area here is the Suez Canal. This is the, wait. This is Egypt. So up here is Egypt. You have Sudan somewhere in here. This is the Sinai Peninsula or the Arabian Peninsula. It's not totally landlocked, but yeah. So organisms can come and go. Guys, I'm going to keep this one short because I need to help my dad with something. So, I'm probably going to stop it here before they leave. So, I'll be right back. There's a way to do it on iCloud.com, but I don't know if you have any actual Apple accounts because the password that was on your paper doesn't work. So then, I mean, I can make one, or I can change the password. I will. Actually, guys, I'm good. I can do what I need to do right here. I can do what I need to do right here and not even leave. Hold on, guys. I might lose you. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Anyway, guys. No.